In Hong Kong, drugs and triads are inseparable. These infamous secret societies grew up 3 centuries ago. Then they were considered honorable. Today, triads are gangsters, up to their eyes in drugs, brothels, gambling, murder, and every form of protection racket that can be run by violence. Violence is their stock in trade. Every Chinese knows you're either for them or against them. There's no middle way. It starts in the school playground, where at the age of 9 or 10, you're asked who your protector is. If you say you have none, you're given an object lesson on why you need one. From then on, kids have to decide whether one day they'll take part in an initiation ceremony like this one. Membership involves 36 ferocious oaths and a ritual of cockerel's blood and hocus pocus. This particular ceremony is being enacted by police, for police. It's part of their training, and the nearest they're ever likely to get to the real thing. Triads apart, everyone knows the best solution to the drug problem would be to cut off supplies at source. The source is the Golden Triangle, where Thailand, Burma and Laos meet. The poppies grown here supply the world with half its heroin. The drug can arrive in Hong Kong in suitcases at Kai Tak Airport or in containers at the port terminal. But the likeliest route is on board one of the 5,000 or so fishing junks that ply in and out of the colony. A junk will rendezvous with a Thai fishing boat or collect the drugs from a pre-arranged drop somewhere among the islands. It's impossible to search every junk from stem to stern every day. Might get a tip-off. If they're lucky, they might even uncover a cache of drugs on a routine spot check. But the traffickers aren't fools. Penalties for trafficking are very strict. The threat of £1 million fine or life imprisonment produces some pretty ingenious hiding places. Drugs have been found in sealed containers attached to the hull of these junks well beneath the waterline. Even if the police do find drugs, the chances are it won't lead to the arrest of any of the bosses. The prisons are full of ignorant fishermen, factory workers and unemployed 25-year-olds, but there aren't many Mr. Bigs behind bars. They're enormously rich. They can afford to cover their tracks in a chain of command of bewildering complexity. This is the path of opium from the hill farmer of the Golden Triangle down to the pusher on the streets of Hong Kong. Anyone would have his work cut out to snap this chain. Add to it the wall of silence built on triad oaths, and the job is monumentally difficult. Add to that the task of searching for drugs in the rabbit warrens of Hong Kong, and it's like trying to eat clear soup with chopsticks. The only way to contain the drug problem is at source. The crop should be bought up and destroyed, for by the time it gets here, it's too late. Of Of course, the police make raids. They must. Random swoops like this one in the sleazy Casbah called the Walled City, a maze of narrow alleys where the sun never shines. Curiously, this ghetto is an enclave of communist China, right in the middle of Kowloon. The water it drinks is illegally tapped from the city's mains. Its electricity is pirated from the city's grid. If it's illegal, it's likely to be going on somewhere in the walled city.
There's nothing. There's nothing in there.
We're with a special duty squad. They know exactly what they're looking for. DD, dangerous drugs, and the men that push them.
You can tell they're addicts from the facial appearance. If you look at the faces, you find it's very, very thin in the cheeks. And also, you can tell the eyes. The eyes are fairly deep sunken. The general appearance is fairly emaciated, you see. Now this is one packet of, seems to be like heroin. You see it's very, very small in size. There we are, we have some browny grey coloured heroin, very lumpy in texture.
The actual DD was found just here. Now it's only 2 feet from this fellow and it's only about the same from this one. But the thing that we have to prove now is who does it belong to. We've got enough exhibits to charge for possession in this case, but who do we charge? Unfortunately, we're only the police, it's not for us to decide that. So we'll have to take our action from here.
There's no joy for the police in arresting 2 pathetic addicts caught in possession. They're not the criminals, they're the victims. The Hong Kong police force has a narcotics bureau second to none. But the day-to-day harassment of traffickers and addicts, or daoyaos as they're known here, is the job of special duty squads. Every station has one. Inspector Pauline Foy is in charge of one.
She injects DD in her arms, so I'll show you. Here, son. Injection of DD. Her arms here. Injection of DD. You see, with the bruise all up her arm. Heroin. You can tell by how thin she is as well. When was the last time she bought DD in Yamati?
最後一次啊，喺油麻地你喺邊度買啊？你同邊個買最後一次？
通常今朝早晨好早啦，7、8點嗰個時候
買咗啦，買咗啦。Bought it in the morning today。
老狗8歲啦，枯枯瘦瘦啦。
Long hair?
長頭髮。
It's a very big problem out here. And you see the state of a young boy, 20 years of age, who's just smoking a little bit of DD. He's still got a nice chubby face, and he still looks quite healthy. Then you see somebody who's been smoking it for 5 years, but he's like a skeleton. And then they must have DD about 4 times a day. Their family falls to pieces because the bloke doesn't want to look after his family, he sells all his furniture, sells anything he's got, just so that he can have this heroin. And this is what you're trying to break up. And although you can get some people with just possession, 1 packet or 2 packets, and they're just smoking DD all the time, they have been doing for years, that's an offence. But it's when you get the information and you get a case and you come up with a big case where you get $11,000 worth of DD, heroin, you go in there and you realise you're getting the trafficker, you're getting the actual person for doing it, then that is really rewarding. It doesn't matter how much work you've got to do towards it. When you actually get inside with your PCs and you catch the bloke in the act, you get hold of it, you're getting rid of somebody who's just a pain in society. He's just causing other people to smoke drugs.
Addicts are 10 a penny in Hong Kong. If you're going to tackle drugs from the bottom up, then the trafficker is the next link in the chain. Tonight, a squad are going after 2 traffickers who operate from the 13th floor of this block.
Now, the information is that the DD is kept inside the premises on the 13th.